Let's see what's happening with U.S. markets now. Bloomberg's Jessica Summers is live in New York. Jessica, we're seeing U.S. stocks climb from 14-month lows. What's behind it?
Well, we are seeing U.S. investors here shake off some nerves here ahead of the big Fed meeting. A rate high is largely expected, but we do have to remember that borrowing costs tend not to rise during periods of market turmoil. But today we are seeing the S&P up, Dow Jones up. We're seeing the S&P get a boost from industrials and material companies, while oil is just really taking a beating here.
And then we're seeing in commodity spaces that what's happening with the oil market. Why are we seeing oil decline so quickly?
Absolutely. We see WTI back in the 40s, Brent dangerously close to that $55 level. We're seeing a lot of concerns over economic growth. We have tensions between President Trump and Xi Jinping also weighing on the benchmarks. And then, of course, we can't forget U.S. crude production, forecast to rise to average more than 12 million barrels a day next year. Quite a high number, something OPEC should be very concerned about.
Blue Apron is tumbling, and today it dropped below an important level. What does this mean for the meal kit company?
Blue Apron is a really interesting story here. We saw it drop below a very key psychological level, that $1 mark. It's a round number, something investors really look at. And it has, if trading below it persists, it does have the risk of being delisted. If we take a look, Blue Apron, it's really had a weak sort of story since its IPO, unfortunately. It's facing competition after Amazon acquired Whole Foods, having problems with its fulfillment centers. So really, you know, analysts have been downgrading the stock, Morgan Stanley among them. It's just a weak growth story, weak revenue outlook, and it's just not able to sort of shake that trend.
All right, and then tell us what other events are investors watching in the next few days?
So, of course, we have the big Fed meeting, all eyes on that. Aside from that, we have the BOJ policy decision on Thursday. And on top of that, we have a looming government shutdown by the end of the week if President Trump and lawmakers don't come together and allocate money to build his border wall along Mexico. So all eyes are on those events as we wrap up the week.
Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. That was Bloomberg's Jessica Summers in New York.